What do I have to do with this amazing manga translated into Polish language? Am I translator? Am I editor? Am I publisher? None of that. But the fact that this manga, Udon Onna by STM, is now available for Polish readers is somehow connected to the fact that Ukraine hosted Euro Football Championship in 2012. I know it sounds complicated, but I will explain everything in this video. And the story of this video has started in 2012 in Ukraine when I met Japanese mangaka STM. How we met? Watch this video to find out. Here's a timeline of events in this video, so it will be easier for you to understand and follow. So it all happened back in old days in 2012. It was before Russia invaded Ukraine. I was living my peaceful days in Odessa, and Ukraine was hosting a UEFA football Euro Championship. All country was buzzing. Everyone was so excited. Oh my God! Like a lot of new stadiums were built. And everyone were a little bit insane. Good old days. And also, at that time, I still even haven't started learning Japanese, and I even haven't been abroad. I was only in Ukraine. But there was one thing that I was and still am a fujoshi and sports anime fan. You can actually see I have haiku and boys love stuff on the background. So again, it's still all relevant. And what could be better than boys love manga and sports manga? Canon boys love manga about sports. That's why I really loved STM's manga called Ultras. It's about a gay couple in the world of football. It has official English translation, so you can check it out if you're interested. It's a very funny and it's very interesting manga. Now, where magic begins. I had a friend, a Ukrainian friend, who lived in Japan, and she messaged me that she read on STM's Twitter that STM was planning to visit Ukraine for Euro 2012. For Tori in 2012, it was crazy, your beloved mangaka visiting your country, not just your country. My friend mentioned that STM on Twitter told that she's going to Odessa as well, so she's going to visit your city, not just your country. I also told that my best friend, who happened also like STM, and we decided to reach out to STM and ask if she would be interested to meet and let us show her around. And she was. We were so super happy. And also, since it was football themed meeting, I was obsessed with a football anime and manga giant killing at the moment. I drew to a STM a fan art of character I liked in that manga. This is going to be relevant later in this video, so note it in your mind I will talk about it later. It will be important later. We met and everything was great. STM's English was and is perfect, so we were able to communicate. Both me and my friend already were fluent in our English, and we show her around. We took her to a cafe. She drew us Ukrainian football player Shevchenko, and we had so much fun. And I thought that it's going to be, a Cinderella story, it was just on meeting and then everything will be a pumpkin. But it wasn't. We actually met many times after that. Stick around this video to know about our next meetings, because it led to so many nice events, including publishing of this great book. Our next meeting with STM, it happened in Japan in Tokyo 2015. My bestie and I traveled to Japan for the first time. We were beyond excited, not just because we were finally visiting Japan, but because we were going to see STM again. And while we were in Kyoto, we visited a super popular manga museum, and there was STM's signature on the wall. It added to our excitement, you know, like, oh, we know her and we will meet her. So like I was like over the moon. Our meeting took place in Japanese izakaya in Tokyo. We all met up, and our friend who found out about STEM at the first play from her Twitter also was with us. So we met up in a very cozy and nice company. Remember, I said that giant killing fan art will come later and be important, so it's the moment. What happened? So basically, STEM, when she was visiting Ukraine, she wasn't just doing a sightseeing, she actually was doing a job, and she was writing an article for a magazine that had giant killing on the cover. She gave us this magazine, and she told me that she also shown my fan art to Giant Killing's editor, which also was like, what? And this is not even the most exciting thing for us. So in this article that she wrote about visiting Ukraine in Euro with giant killing on the cover, she drew me and my friend and told about us, like what can be more exciting than being mentioned in Japanese magazine, because she was so shocked that she met giant killing fans. My best friend also liked giant killing. Since Estem knew that I liked to draw, she gave me those Copic markets. I still have those, and they are like so my treasure. And I still use them. It was awesome. So what all of this have to do with Udon Onna and why it's translated to Polish? Well, kinda everything and kinda nothing. So to discover that, let's go again to Tokyo, but now to Tokyo in 2023. I didn't get a chance to meet Estem while I was living in Japan. I was overwhelmed with my language school lessons and with my part-time jobs, and that's why our next meeting happened in 2023 in Tokyo. I started to travel to Japan after break, and I was connecting with everyone I knew there, and I decided to reach out to STEM. And there was something that changed in me that I didn't realize at the moment, that if I was talking to a Japanese person, I was writing them in Japanese, not in English. So I wrote to her in Japanese, and we had our first messaging conversation in Japanese. And she invited me to visit Takarazuka Theater. She is a huge Takarazuka fan. If you don't know what it is Japanese theater where all roles are played by beautiful ladies, beautiful actresses. I want to make a video about Takarazuka someday. Write me in a comment if you're interested in that. I will put it in my schedule. We went to watch a play there that was set in Berlin during events of the fall of the Berlin Wall. It is important. The topic is important because I will talk more about it in the end of this section of this video. The play was amazing. I have a lot of souvenirs. I will show them from this play. And after play, we went to have a dinner. Estem said something that made me laugh. She said she was very happy that I speak Japanese now. She said she was a bit worried that she had to speak English, because even though I wrote to her in Japanese, there were no guarantee that, that I can speak, because, you can use Google Translate or whatever. But I was like, oh, right, it's our first conversation in Japanese. And she said, like, eigo mendokusai, which means, like, English is annoying. And I was like, oh, it's so funny. It's validated the reason that I learned Japanese, so I can, make Japanese people feel relieved. They don't have to talk in English to me. Back to the topic that I said is going to be important. The play was set in Germany. For example, as I do anime pilgrimages, like I watch anime and I can go and visit a place where this anime has happened. I have on this channel a video about my haiku pilgrimage. You can watch it if you're interested in this topic. Estem does that with Europe. She likes a story or events and she goes to Europe. This play was set in Germany, so she has already visited Germany, but she was planning to visit it again. And she also visits Europe a lot for her job because she often draws characters from Europe. For instance, her popular manga Golondrina is set in Spain. It's not a BL manga, it's seinen. She told me during that dinner that she was planning to visit Germany again. And I was like, oh, I live in Poland right now. You can visit Poland too. And she was like, you know what? I will, you know? That's how we get to the next section when I will tell you how the translation of Udon Onna to Poland has happened. So Estem accepted my invitation to visit me in Poland and added Poland to her travel list in spring 2024. And she mentioned that she's going to visit Poland on her social media. That's why the Polish Comic Festival, Warsaw Comic Festival, reached out to her like, oh, if you're going to Poland, how about visit our comic festival? And she was like, yeah, I'm gladly will visit your festival, but I don't have my book published in Poland. And that's how this book has been born. They said like, yeah, let's pick up one of your books and publish it for the festival. Estem was really impressed by how Polish translators and publishers work, because according to her Twitter, it took just 1.5 months to prepare and do everything and publish and translate her book right to the festival. Isn't it like amazing, interesting that a meeting with a Ukrainian girl in Ukraine in 2012 with a lot of different conditions led to this book being released in Poland. And also I read this manga only in Polish. And I definitely recommend you to read Estem's work. I will put on a screen some of them that translated to English. After that comic festival, Estem went to visit me, and I shown her Velichka salt mine. It's a very beautiful place. I put the pictures on the screen. I took her to a very nice beer place, and I introduced to Estem Polish food named zapiekanka. And she was so impressed by it, she even made a whole thread on Twitter about it. So I think I did a decent job as a guide to Poland. I wanted to share this story to show just how small and connected our world really is, and how, with a little luck, persistence and passion, some truly amazing things can happen. More than anything, I hope it reminds us all to keep supporting the artists and mangaka we love. They pour so much heart and hard work into the stories that inspire us, comfort us, and stay with us. And sometimes, as you've seen, they even travel across continents just to hear that their work is cherished even in places they never imagined. Thank you for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed. I have more videos and stories like that on this channel, so consider to subscribe, smash that like button, leave me a comment. Watching all those other videos will help algorithm to pick up them and recommend them more. I'm working too hard to achieve 1000 subscribers, and I'm very close to this goal. I'm already working on my next video, so see you in the next one!